property has sold. It was recently on the market, only just selling recently. The styling is still in the property ready to collect, but I wanted to go through some of the problems, the troubleshooting, and some of the challenges that we had with this property in particular. So we have a gorgeous Queenslander. This Queenslander has been renovated. We now have a very large, very open space living that we walk into downstairs. Now, upstairs is all bedrooms. Downstairs is living. There are no other living spaces within this property. So with as many rooms that we have in this home, I believe we have 4 or 5 other rooms. We need to have at least, when we have more than 3 bedrooms, we try to get another living space in. So 4 bedrooms ideally has another living space if we're able to create it. The challenge when you have such an open space is to zone the areas without having this massive dead space in the middle. This probably came with some other challenges. We walked in, the carpet was still wet. We had to obviously work around that because we cannot install on wet carpet. Wet carpet with a wool rug on top is primed for breeding mold and bacteria. Wet carpet with steel bed bases on top is primed for creating rust, and we obviously don't want either of those things to happen on your brand new carpet or your brand new beautifully cleaned carpet. So install day had to shift. So challenge number 1, install day pushed to the next day. Challenge number 2, creating our zones in this living space. You walk in here, you walk into this ginormous big open space, which would have had some sort of divider in here. We've obviously put some sort of supporting load beam up here when we've opened it out. I imagine that's where our challenge number 3, offset chandelier, is positioned. This chandelier, whilst it is beautiful, captures all of your attention and is drawn straight to the kitchen. Right next to the kitchen, we have this really small space, which is our second living area. So we're trying to help balance it while your whole of attention is drawn to one section of the room without making this in 2/3 of the room on the other side of this room here feeling too big. Now you can see here in this photography, this has been photographed from afar. We have also stretched the image, and that's not ideal as far as photography goes, but part of real estate photography is to show you the potential of the space and the size of the area. So that's really what the photographer is trying to aim here. So we will overlay our images of how this room actually looks rather than having a stretched out image. What we've gone with, an 8-seater dining table on this side of the room. This 8-seater dining table is 2.2 meters long, so it is a very big space. We then have 2 sofas here, a 2 and a 3-seater. This 3-seater here is from James Lane. It is 2.4 meters long. It is a very big sofa. We then have that all centered around a sideboard, not a TV. Now, if we had it centered around a TV would have been on this wall. We would have walked into the back of a sofa. We do have the potential for that to work in this home because we have such a large space. That is one area where we sacrifice our rule of walking into the back of a sofa. The challenge then brings in putting out that other living space over in here, making sure that it still stays functional, making sure that it doesn't feel sacrificed, that it doesn't feel pretend, like it actually is a usable area of the home. That's what we've managed to achieve. A slimline sofa is what we needed to use. It is again another formal space. I would have loved to have a TV space in here. Instead we've got formal on formal, but it was received incredibly well by buyers, had great feedback, and that strong offer came in.